Hi, this is Chris at the Wandering Bull, and we're going to talk about cutting lace using the lace maker, and I want to show you in deerskin, strap leather, and rawhide. And to get started, this in front of me here is a top grain deerskin. The smooth side here is where the hair follicles stick in. The rough side here is against the animal. And what I want to show you is that this area here, the front leg of the animal would be going this direction. See where it's really soft and pitted, where this is all fairly smooth, even though it's the rough side? Will not cut good lace. I think because it stretches in multiple directions, and it just doesn't want to work very well. So when you get the lace maker from us, it comes like this. There's a blade already inserted. So the two channels on the lace maker is so you can adjust the width of your lace, and then the pre-cut channels in the plastic handle are also designed for the thickness of your leather. So the top one being very thick and the bottom one being very thin. So I'm cutting it from belly to belly. This area here would be the neck, the tail would be down here, and as I discussed earlier, this would be that leg, and obviously continue on in that direction. So to start, what I want to do is fold my leather in half, one direction. I'm going to fold it again. So this area here, I'm going to cut a circle. So it's basically in the middle of my work area, so I should be able to cut a lace right up till I hit this hole and in this area, so the edges will be scrap. So to start, I'm going to cut a little tail, and that's probably an inch and a half long, and starts out at 1/8 of an inch wide and gets wider. I want to work with this tail on my left-hand side. I'm going to hold the lace maker in my right. I'm going to twist this guy to a nice fine point. Then it slides through the slits on the lace maker much easier. So, have that started. So what I'm going to do is pull with my left hand and hold the lace maker in my right hand. First starting out, you're going to be pulling pieces off left and right all the time. So you just got to go back to square one. Cut that little tail. With my left hand, I'm going to pull the tail and hold the lace maker in my right. You see, I have my finger on the inside, kind of keeping that opening, and then just pulling with my left. So I could keep going until I theoretically get to those holes on that other side. And if I wanted to stop, I would back up a little bit, pull my lace off. So there's, 7 feet of lace out of that hole. So if I wanted to stop back up, I would cut this tab to a point again. My left hand, gonna twist that guy to a nice point. I'll cut it into the largest hole at the top this time. So I still have plenty of area to work with for other projects. So let's jump into this area here. So my point of showing you this piece here is that it doesn't make good lace, and people get frustrated trying to use up every little piece of leather they have. You can see it all bumpy here. That way I know that it's not going to work out to my advantage. So I'm going to pull the tail with my left, hold the lace maker in my right. See if I can even get it to work. So this is where your frustration would come into play if you're not using the correct hide. Yeah, see, I can't even, we'll just back that up. So see how the edges are all jagged? That's just because of the nature of the hide. And look at how rough that opening is. And look at this opening, nice and smooth. Difference in the leather. Same hide, different location. The armpits, the belly area will be very soft as well and difficult to cut. So the next piece of leather I'm going to use is our saddle strap leather. This is cowhide. These guys, what we did earlier was deer. Nice and thick, really firm. And this, just a scrap of that. I'll start with that rough opening. And I'm going to cut my little tail. Once again, that little tail on my left-hand side, take my lace maker on my right. I'm going to go into the largest hole at the top. I've got it started, but I have this guy here, and I'm going to snip that off. And get by that. Oh, come on. Here's the amount of lace I just cut out of that circle. Little piece of strap leather that I had. It's the saddle color. Nice and thick, nice consistency, cuts well. So the third piece of leather we're going to cut is not actually leather. It is a piece of rawhide and a scrap piece of rawhide as well. And we talked about the leg of the animal. This was probably the leg of that cow, and obviously much longer. But so this area, this was scrap, and that area would continue down to the leg. So I'm going to concentrate in this area. So I'm going to cut this off. And this guy's probably, 1/4 inch thick. Put him aside. So I like to fold my material in half, so I'm this direction, and then fold it again in this direction. So I'm going to be able to cut here into here. I know that this is theoretically the center of this scrap little piece of rawhide I have. Cut my opening. So this is an exceptionally thick piece of cow rawhide. And the rawhide's been soaking for 24 hours. I started soaking it yesterday afternoon. So the same process. Tail on my left-hand side, lace maker on my right. I'm going to go up to the top hole. Actually, I'm going to change the blade, slide it over to the next channel. So this bottom ring, I slide the ring down, pull out my razor. You see it has the 2 slots, and there's 2 slots here in the lace maker. I'm going to go to the furthest one out, so that will create the fattest piece of lace I can create. Push that blade back into that channel. Slide the wire ring back down, and that holds the blade in place from it popping out. So I'm going to work on the largest hole at the top. So the lace maker will do all 3 different types of leather, from the soft deerskin to the heavy strap leather to the rawhide. The rawhide's a trick. Don't start it on your first time using the lace maker. Use something thin, nice and soft. You want that rawhide in order to pull it through that lace maker. When you buy the lace maker from us, it comes with 1 blade on the inside from the factory, and you can order more blades. Come in a little vial of 10. And this is the blade that we're using. It has the 2 holes, the 2 slots in it from the manufacturer. You'll get 10 of these when you buy the package of additional blades. So if you have any questions, go to wanderingbull.com. Certainly give us a call. Our knowledgeable staff will be glad to help you out with your project. Thanks for watching.